Conservative MMA peeps, what's up? It's me, John D. Villarreal, the four-time national champion and the MMA expert. Wow, dude. Nick Diaz just lost to Carlos Condit. Carlos, the natural-born killer Condit, is now the UFC Interim Welterweight Champion, and he is set to face Georges St-Pierre when Georges St-Pierre comes back from his injury. From what I understand, in my personal opinion, now this is all my personal opinion only, I'm not alleging facts, not casting spurs, all for entertainment, parody purpose only, please check disclaimers. This was an incredible fight. And let me tell you, what the funny thing is, okay, my prediction was wrong. I was actually going to change it to Condit. You don't have to believe me, that's fine. There's two things. One is, I had seen some things from Condit in this lead up, and I liked it. I liked the comfortability of Carlos Condit. I liked the training. I liked the whole situation. And I knew his game was tight. And I told you guys that Condit had better UFC experience, and there were some question marks there with Diaz and stuff, and I told you that they could go that way. But here's a couple things. One is, and I'll get to this and we'll come back. Diaz has, in my personal opinion, has become too one-dimensional. The boxing, the pitter-pat, the endurance, that's fine. You know he's going to box. Now, what, and so it was that and it was some other things that were leaning me towards Condit. But fine, I'll deal with it. I predicted for Diaz. I own it. That's okay. Not a big deal. You look at, I'm 2 for 3 on this one, and you guys know my record is amazing. Fine. What Condit did that I wasn't sure he was going to do, and we hadn't necessarily seen before. What Condit did is execute, either with himself, Greg Jackson, both, whoever, a perfect game plan to defeat Nick Diaz. Because Nick Diaz was becoming too one-dimensional, my personal opinion, Condit stayed at range and just slammed those leg kicks. Boom, boom, right in the low. And then he like went up, dude. And then he went really up. And then remember that one where he's like, dude, and then it's boom, the face, dude. That was awesome. Now, Nick was in this, but you know, every time Nick tried to pressure, Condit would just throw the elbow, throw a body shot, just throw a couple tight techniques and duck out the side. And Nick kept going for him, and then he bam, right to the leg and stuff like that. So, and he tried the flying knee, tried some of these more exotic things. Most of those were kind of like, didn't work as well. Bottom line is, Condit landed better strikes, harder strikes, more often, and did the whole thing. Yeah, Nick did a little thing in here at the end of the 5th round, tried to get the submission, but I don't think Condit was in any serious danger there. And bottom line is, it was too little too late. If you look at this thing afterwards, Condit looked like he maybe did like a decent sparring match with someone. Nick Diaz looked like he was in a fight, dude. His face, everything like that. So, dude, what's up now, dude? What do the Diaz fans have to say now? There is no meeting with Georges St-Pierre. It's not going to happen, at least not right now. What's up with the 209? How do you feel about it? Condit fans, how do you feel about it? I mean, you heard the fans there. There was a Diaz fans, and then there's the Condit fans. It was an equally matched up thing. This is very interesting. What's going on? How good do you think Condit is? What kind of situation do you think is going to be him versus GSP? Who do you like in that matchup? Is GSP going to be the same fighter coming back after the injury? This is very intriguing. I was extremely impressed with Condit. The biggest thing that impressed me, besides the techniques of, he had the conditioning, that's the other thing. Nick Diaz wasn't able to use, in my personal opinion, his conditioning advantage because Carlos Condit didn't let him get into the typical Nick Diaz boxing war firefight type of stuff. Diaz couldn't get set, so that cardio advantage couldn't evidence itself. And by the time, you know, Diaz tried to get more into it in the later, I believe that Condit already had worn him down with those shots. Condit executed a great game plan. Huge win for Carlos Condit. Big props for him. What's up now for Nick Diaz? He had some very interesting words at the end there. I'm going to talk about that in the next video. You guys tell me what's up. Give me the comments below. Please subscribe above. I'm John D. Villarreal, the 4-time national champion and the MMA expert, and you're watching conservative new media. Oh, by the way, if you like or dislike this video, let me know.